Hey, so we're going back to the Big 12. Right when this move happened, you were like the first person I reached out to because I know it means something to you too.
Yes, man.
Talk about just, Baylor's coming into town, 6 p.m. game. It's going to be raining. It's going to be cold. It's a great atmosphere for CU to put on a show nationally. How excited are you to be back in the Big 12 and playing a Texas team and just feel like
I'm excited about that. I'm going to tell you what I'm more excited about. I'm excited about Baylor being Baylor now because, then Baylor wasn't that. Baylor was that. But I'm excited about.
Do you remember that loss?
Say it again.
You remember when we went to Waco in 2003 and lost?
Bro, I was just telling somebody about that. That was the day Ewu hopped Buddy down.
That was the worst day of my entire life.
The worst. You lost to Baylor. Shit was real bad for you in the Big 12. People looked at you.
I remember Coach Barnett after the game was just like, I don't really know what to say right now, guys.
He didn't have no words. He didn't have any words, man. He had no words, man. But again, I will say this. I feel like we have the advantage. And I say, you already know, you coming from Texas, you know what we got to do. We got to put them in that fastball, move them a little bit, the altitude. We got the altitude on our side. Like, people don't think that shit plays a fact. That shit plays a big fact. A big fact. You remember when we did it to A&M? I think it was A&M came down and fastball theirs. Like, that's going to be big in our favor. Our crowd's going to be big in our favor. Like, that shit's going to be smoked. And then it's going to be one of them games that was cold. It's probably cool down there a little bit right now.
Yeah, and a little fall brisk. Nice.
Yeah, perfect, man. This is going to be the perfect weather to show that run game a little bit more this week.
They went.
We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about the old line.
They went 19 for 109, 5 yards of carry. You got as an all-timer there, bro. You got to be fucking happy about that.
Hey, bro,
right?
I think we spoke that shit into existence.
See, it's all because of us.
We spoke that shit, bro.
It's all because of us.
We spoke it, bro. We spoke it in true fashion, and I think that's gonna lean over. Hold on, but the shit I will say, check this. Look how the O-line was able to pass protect better because they was going downhill more.
It's almost like if you run the ball, they have to put more people in the box, which opens up the pass.
Just those little play action was hitting a little more. I'm talking about little freshman running back getting his name out there. Let's talk about it. O-line got the game ball. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, so what? Last week I saw improvement everywhere.
Right.
I don't like the end of the game. I think that they should just run the ball and get it over with. Putting Shedeur and Travis and people in jeopardy is But I know you're trying to score as many points as possible against the Sheep. So I understand, but I want them to improve at the end of the game and at the beginning of the game. That's my big two things.
Yes.
What do you think they need to improve on moving forward in your eyes?
Just starting faster, meaning as far as when they have a good machine like they do, right? I want them to stack on top of what they did, meaning like whatever they did good last week, continue to do that, work on the little shit that because we all have little shit that we need to work on, but do that and show that same intensity and effort, like stack it together, you know what I'm saying? Start making that camaraderie come together because it can be contagious. You feel me? Winning is contagious. And I feel like as long as they do that, stick with some of the same game plan. Don't try to put it all on Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? Let him be able to control the game and operate it like he did. Let him run it a couple times. You know what I'm saying? My bootleg. That way it opened up his passing game even more. You know what I'm saying? Because I think our passing game is crazy. It goes up against nuts. Crazy. Nuts. But I also feel that in order for our pass game to stay where it needs to go, we got to continue to run that ball, let that O-line get more and more confidence, build more and more camaraderie to where they be in sync like it's nothing. You see what I'm saying? And the game
you can't single cover these receivers.
Say it again?
You can't single cover the receivers. So if they have to commit an
we
extra
don't have to worry about that. So all we need to do is make sure that we keep pushing that O-line because the better they get, remember I told you, the better O-line get, that means that's the better the D-line is. And in them trenches is where the game is going to always be won or lost at.
Yeah.
Always. It's going to always be won or lost in the trenches because that's the only thing that allows us to even get outside, allows Shedeur to, be able to stay in the pocket more, even when he do get outside the pocket, still drop dimes. You feel me? Like, that's what it's going to be, bro. And the more we run it, the harder it's going to be for them to even cover them passes. Because once you got to start running about the run game too, like, that's another problem.
Yeah.
Not to mention, all our receivers are a problem.
Every one of them.
Every one of them. And we ain't even touching to the tight end game yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
And look, the tight ends, if they're going to be just blockers, that's fine. But they were on the field a lot more last week than the week before. Let me ask you this, Vic. Going forward here, how long do you think it's going to take? I know that a lot of people are going to scoff at this, but I really think that Coach Prime doesn't actually get the respect that he deserves for what he's doing in Boulder. How long do you think it's going to take before this man actually gets his flowers?
You got to realize, man, when you're doing God's work, it's going to be a lot of people not like it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that means to say that it ain't about you or the feeling that other people get. It's the job, and he's focused on the job. And within being successful and people liking you, man, you know how you come with that. Remember, I think I told this to somebody that was online the other day. Man, if they ain't hating, you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No doubt.
That's facts, man. That's facts. You got to realize, like, for somebody to come in and change the whole culture and have other things going on within the organization to where everybody wants to be there regardless of whether we winning or losing. Like, let's just be honest. The shit is a hell of a show to watch. Period. Like, and I'm just being honest. I done been to other college games before. That shit's amazing in Boulder, man. It's some shit to watch.
Dude, it's nuts. We're going tomorrow. I can't even imagine what's going to happen tomorrow.
I couldn't want it to be at a better place. By the time we got our shine, shit, what you mean? By the time we got our shine, I'm never going to hate on that.
Yeah. Let me ask you.
Yeah, Bailey, get in there.
So so we talked about kind of what Colorado has to do offensively. We mentioned starting for early and getting the passing game going in the run game. Let's focus defensively. What's Colorado got to do defensively to shut down Baylor?
There you go. Went out a little bit. Repeat it one more time.
Ask again, Bailey.
What does Colorado have to do defensively to shut down Baylor?
I'll tell you what. Our DB is gonna have to play good. We're gonna have to disguise coverage. One thing with Baylor, like, we're not gonna be able to sit in a certain defense and let him get reads. We're gonna have to switch that. You know what I'm talking about? Disguise the coverage a little bit more. Let our D line get loose. I think blitz their ass too. To be honest, like.
Yeah.
You don't want them to get comfortable. You want it as uncomfortable as possible with them coming down to Colorado. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel. So play the shit to our advantage. You know what I'm saying? We got the altitude, we got we got a nice D line, and we got quick and fast players. I'm talking about, man, I would do that 3-4 shit that Baltimore used to do. Let the big dude be on the outside, the little end on the inside. Let him, man. I'm talking about move the D line. Make it hard. Make it hard, man. Make it hard. Like, sometimes you don't have to out physical somebody to make it hard. Just make it uncomfortable for them. In all aspects, don't let
talk about Livingston.
Yeah.
Talk about Livingston. As a professional defensive coordinator, came from the NFL, didn't bring any of his coaches with him. Yeah. I mean, what he's done turning this – we were leaky as shit last year, bro. We couldn't stop the nosebleed. With the exception of the Nebraska game, every other game was double digits.
Yeah, but they fixing their mistakes too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to have film to see shit and to be able to fix your mistakes. Like, you know, like, come out after the Nebraska game and be able to come correct some of the right. And we all know that crossing route was hard for us. Like, that shit been tearing us up since last year. You know what I'm saying? So to kind of get a grip on that and then have the players playing more freely to where they understand and they moving now, playing. Like, when you understand what you're doing, man, you can play way more freer. You feel me? And I feel like they playing freer. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like they went back, they got on their ass and told them, hey, man, y'all ain't playing y'all full potential. We got out there, we got embarrassed. Let's not go out there and do the same thing twice, and let's work on the mistakes. And I feel like that's what they did.
Yeah, man, we need to enjoy that man as a coach, because we're going to have to either pay his ass or they're going to pluck him quick, because he's shown just an incredible ability to adapt, and his adjustments at halftime have been outstanding. Only 12 points. the entire second half in 3 games. Shit, you're telling me that
this week ain't gonna be no different, man. This week ain't gonna be no
4
different.
fucking points in the second half. CU's gonna win a lot of games.
Yes, for shit. And that's the thing, though. We can finish games. We know how to come back. I want us to be able to start good. You know what I'm saying? We get us a good start, man. That's gonna be the missing piece to this shit just coming together, man. Get a good start. Get a good start because we can do all.
Right, you got one more, Bailey, and then we'll do predictions.
You talked about. I wanted to ask you, Ben, getting started early, setting the tone. I think that's huge. We struggle to see that, especially against Colorado State. I was a little bit surprised to see that, but once Shedeur got punched in the mouth, you really saw the gears start to turn. Kind of talk about seeing that.
Like that's the kind of guy you are, LP. You got to get hit to get woke up. Like, whoa!
For sure.
Shedeur gets popped.
I'm actually looking for the first hit, like. Until you get that look, like I have jitteries. Like I was nervous for every game, but then even with that, like that cheat shot, that made him feel like, oh yeah, motherfucker. I feel like he did like this. Oh yeah, motherfucker. Then I got you. It's on. Like I got you. I'm finna show you. You know what I'm saying? So not that I want him to keep taking them fucking hits and have to get turned on. I don't want that. I do not want him to keep taking them motherfuckers. We want him to take as less as possible, man. I want him to come out healthy and just as strong as he did when he started, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, dog. I love it. I love it. People in Colorado are like, I call this place Hobby Town, and it is.
Yes.
But
it's different, bro. It's a different place, Chaz.
It's totally different.
If you haven't experienced that, for motherfuckers watching, if you haven't experienced that shit, that's some shit that you have to experience right fucking
Hobby
Town.
So I'm really apparently I'm intimidating and people are scared of me and they don't understand why I'm so passionate and loud. And I'm like, just wait until you get all of us in the same place together.
They don't want that.
Understand why I am the way I am.
Man, it's just like we never left, bro. And we can go back to that. We can always go back to that shit, bro. That brotherhood shit will never change. The wins gonna make it better for them. Them being together this year, fighting, going through the little shit, and I think the more wins they put together, the more it's gonna come together. And I want to hear that fucking fight song, man. I want to hear that
bro.
Fight
well,
song.
Look, after they get that dub, I'll make sure to go in and fucking get the vocals warmed up for everybody.
Got to, man. You got to sing that shit like it's your last song ever.
All right, prediction time. What are you doing? What are you taking? What's the score?
I got a prediction last week. I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like as long as they don't get 21, we good. I feel like we're gonna have. I see us into that. I see us 28 to 35 range, somewhere in there.
So but 28, 17.
I take 30. 31 and something to 17. I'll take that.
31-17 Buffs. I'll take it. I will also take the Buffs. I'm going to say the Buffs win. Let's say 27 to 17. I'll take that. How about you, Bailey?
I got Colorado 24-14, kind of a low scoring, run the ball. Colorado's defense is going to set the tone like they did last week. That's what I got, 24-14.
I fucking dig this. All right, Vic. Anything else?
No, those extra 3 points are at the end. That's just an extra field goal they tried to kick at the end. That's all.
That's okay.
I'll take it.